Hi, everyone. And let's stand to Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't know about you, but I'm really happy that it's kind of warm outside.
Yes.
It's February 10th. Let's call the meeting to order. It is 6 o'clock. Roll call. Robin McDaniel, present. Michael Pratt.
Present.
Jason Scott.
Here.
Chuck Smith.
Here.
And Rachel Tuttle.
Here.
Okay. Let's look at the claims and appropriations.
Most of the stuff that's on here was done in December. It just fell on the January billing cycle.
Yeah. What do we have done at Arnold Tire?
Yes, our, the dually, the inner dual tire was flat.
That's not helpful.
I'm noticing a new iPad and keyboard setup. Is that a?
Yeah, that is for the shop. Our Wi-Fi is not very good in there.
Okay.
So Eli's been having a hard time getting anything to work, so we got a new iPad. I was told we were just gonna do a separate, like, kind of plan for it, so it would always have, you know, like a cell phone plan, so it would always be connected. But when IT delivered it, it was not hooked up to that, so we're still figuring that piece out.
And are they back to charging us for taking our trash up to the transfer station? I know we had discussion about that one time.
Yes, they charge, so we still have the dumpster there that they do pick up twice a week, but anything that we have to go that doesn't fit into there, they charge us for. So like, if it was just bagged trash, it would be $55 a month, but if it has one piece of wood in it, it's gonna be $80 a month because they consider it construction trash. So we've gone around a couple times about it, but that's the process.
Thank you for clarifying.
Any other questions for Ashley? Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the claims and appropriations.
Rachel makes the first motion.
I'll second.
Chuck seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Let's look at January minutes, please. Michael, I think the only thing that may be on that motion for me to be the president, do we still, it says 5, but it was the 4 of you. Does that matter?
Did you not vote for yourself?
I didn't think I did, but maybe I did say aye. I don't know. I vote for myself, but.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay, all right. All right, well, that's the only thing I see on there. Any other questions? Does it look as if we remember all that? May I have a motion, please?
I'll go ahead and make a motion for the approval of the January 2026 minutes.
Jason makes the first motion. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
And Chuck seconds. Thank you. Personnel matters, I don't see anything listed for hirings or resignation. No old business. So let's move down to the reports, superintendents and grounds.
Okay, before we get into the report, I didn't put this on the report because I brought a sample.
Okay.
Last year,
Cookies or I'll just.
you wish they were cookies, snack time. Last year was our first year having a Martinsville City Park Cup. We encourage more memberships to get a member, or people to get a membership, because you only got a cup if you got a membership. It was just a plastic cup, no lid or straw with it. This year, these are the cups we're gonna go with a lid and a straw. And I think the plan is to sell them to everybody for a flat price, and then they get cheaper refills. So this will also cut down on our styrofoam cups, plastic lids, plastic straws that we're using. So it will be a royal blue and not the navy blue. This is just our sample with our logo on it. So I just wanted you guys to see what our plans were for our cups this year for the pool season. The first couple items, I just listed my schedule and staff schedule for the next couple weeks. I'll start doing that just so you guys kind of know who's around and when. The application process has closed for the facility team member position. We have quite a few applicants to go through. That is something I kind of wanted to talk with you guys about, to see if it is the best time to fill that position or not, with cuts coming, with everything coming down the pipe in the next couple years. So that is something I just want to lay out there and everybody to kind of think about. We added our sponsorship opportunities into our new computer system. In the past, last year when we sold sponsorships, we just created invoices on Microsoft Word, but the way our new system is set up, it was very easy to add all sponsorship packages, so we can actually, when we sell a sponsorship, we can create them an invoice that's very custom to the rest of the invoices we send out to collect the sponsorship payments that way. We have already sold one sponsorship for our Easter egg hunt. It was a chocolate bunny sponsorship of $250. We have already had someone bring in 4 bags of donations, being Easter eggs, grass, little goodies to give away. So that's, being February and already starting with that is really exciting. Been working on getting the food truck scheduled for our 2026 events. This year, I believe we have 7 concerts, and then the July 4th, of course, and then the other events that we use, food trucks. I have mostly booked. We have a couple more concerts that I have popcorn and lemonade, but I actually need a food truck, so we're still looking for just to fill a couple more dates. But we've created, we have contracts this year that we've created. We have sent out invoices for the ones who've already booked. We have a binder filled with all the information to help us stay very on track of that this year for the 2026 season. Luke has been working on his Nature Night programming. There's only one date that he still has left to fill, and I believe that was April 1st. We didn't have anyone committed to that date yet, but everything else I think he has scheduled. It's going to be very exciting, a good program, I feel like. A lot of people and groups donating their time to make this happen. I applied for 2 sponsorships for Visit Morgan County. One of those was for our adaptive swim night that we're looking to host in June. And the second one was for our Cars movie night, so still waiting to hear back from them. The park staff met with Pros Consulting, which we'll talk about that in a little bit, but we met with them on Friday and we had our SWAT discussion. So again, we'll touch on that in a few minutes. The guys have spent a lot of their time recently working on snow removal, of course. We did have Patrick Maxwell come in with his crew to get the parking lot for us because, well, A, it came down on a weekend, B, we don't have the proper equipment to keep up with the amount of snow that we did have. So he took care of the parking lot, and then when the guys got in, I mean, they still had plenty of stuff they had to do too, and they had to do some of our outer park work. But they've stayed pretty busy with that. Eli's been working in the shop. He's cleaning it, organizing it. He's also painted the office in the shop to try just to spruce up and make it look better. We ordered and received the pumps that we needed for the filter room. We had a couple that needed replaced, so we do have those ordered, and they got delivered last week. The guys have been working on the bathrooms next to the pickleball courts again. We've had the water company come back out. We had another connection that Eli had to come out and look at it. Everybody tells us that everything they can see looks like it's fine, but we're still having a problem with the one toilet not wanting to flush. So now we're thinking maybe water pressure is an issue. That's why we had the water department come out to look at it. They say what they can tell, the plumbing in the ground looks right. It looks like it's a steep enough level to flow freely. It doesn't appear to be clogged. So we're just really having trouble. You know, that one bathroom has been out of order since April of last year. The other one, we do leave open and it does work, but it doesn't work great either. You know, I mean, it gets clogged up quite a bit. Even with the heaters in there, because the temperatures were so cold, there was ice in the toilets, so we did have to close them for a few days over the past couple weeks. Just even with the heater, with people coming in and out, it was just freezing up in there. So they are, of course, open again right now. A lot of things on the items to be completed in the next couple of weeks were on there last time. It's just with the snow came and, you know, stopped us from being able to do a lot of the things that we needed to get done that was on the list. But we are, of course, going to be working on bringing in more sponsorships for the Easter egg hunt. We'll start stuffing the eggs. We did find with all the snow and the melting of it that some water is getting into the attic and the office. So that's showing out right now. When Eli went and bought a bunch of insulation today, is going to re-insulate the attic. I have been asked to attend the February 23rd City Council meeting and give an annual report for 2025. So if any of you want to attend, that's what I'll be doing on February 23rd at 7 p.m. Eli has worked on a list of repairs. Again, we talked about that last time, the shelter houses. It's just been it's melting now, too icy to get to any of them. We did close down, I'm sure you guys have probably seen on Facebook, when we had all the snow come in, we did close down right by Shelter One at the stop sign, just because it was too dangerous for people to be up there on those hills. Again, Eli and Luke will still have work to do on the cornhole and Gaga ball pit. Still working on our sponsorships for the 2026 season, just getting them. I mean, we have everything created for it. We just have to get them. Still have to place a fountain back in the pond. We haven't been able to because it's been frozen. And then still just working on our pool staff and training and our schedules and that kind of stuff for the pool.
When did we install those bathrooms by the pool? Do you remember?
It was 2 years in August.
But they've really been an issue, right, since we put them in?
Yeah.
Right? That's unfortunate.
And we've had plumbers out. I really don't know. We've had contractors out. We've had plumbers out. I really, at this point, don't know what else to do. I mean,
Has anybody like run a scope?
Hudson did. We were having a backup problem in the office, and they ran a scope at that time. And there was some stuff that cleaned it out, but they ran a scope again since then, and they said they see nothing in there. That's why I did ask them, well, with your scope, can you tell about plumbing? And they said what they can see, the plumbing looks fine, like, yeah, the way it was plumbed out. Even the water.
Lots to think about. I don't know. I know
The water lines look big enough. That's kind of what we had the water department check too. They said the water lines look big enough for what we're doing. We've replaced the Sloan valves on the toilet, thinking maybe that would help with the force of the flush.
Yeah. All right, I'll get posted. The shelter house report.
Okay, you guys can tell me if you dislike this. With our new computer system, we can pretty much do any kind of report. I personally like this one better. You know, our old report showed you like the money we brought in January, but it could have been for rentals for the whole year.
Yeah.
What, this report that you see is just what has been running in the month of January. So,
This one.
the one that has more on it.
Okay.
So if you guys dislike this, I can go back to another one with more detail, but I liked that this just showed us what was going on in the month of January. So you guys tell me what you think.
Which report are we double checking here? I wanna make sure.
Sorry, the Martinsville, oh,
Because one says facility
sorry, yes.
usage.
Yes, the shelter rental for the family pavilion.
Okay.
It just shows you how many times it was booked and the amount it brought in. If you guys want all the information, I can give you a different report with that. I kind of liked just knowing like, so this is just the money that it brought in, like, that it was running in the month of January. You know how the other one showed like, it
Right.
showed you what we already took for the whole year? This one just
Right.
breaks it up per month.
So with the new system then, my question is, will we be able to break down each shelter the same way?
Yes, yes,
When we open up the other shelters?
yes, it can do that.
That seems like that would be kind of nice to know what each shelter's doing each month, just to
Yeah.
kinda-
Yeah.
I like that too. Now with the pool report, I did do what we brought in so far just because, you know, we're not really in a pool season, but we have started taking reservations. So I did get all of that on here. So this is the rentals we've taken for the pool so far. But yeah,
Those big pool rentals.
yes.
Pretty good, yeah.
But yeah, if you guys like this facility usage report, I like this. I like knowing what each month is doing versus what we've done already for the whole year.
I like it.
So that is that piece of it. And then I also put in the packet, like I said, Pros Consulting came out on Friday. You guys received the email I kind of sent introducing you guys. They will be in contact with each of you to set up interviews with you guys. But they came out Friday. They were scheduled 9 to noon, but they ended up being with us until 2:30. We did drive around to outer parks, but of course, we didn't go into any of our shelter facilities or get out of the truck just because everything was still covered in snow. They will be back to do that. They will go into every shelter house and really like inspect them. Robin was there for a little bit of the meeting, and Matt Porter was with us for an hour in the morning as well. But it was just a good sit-down conversation. We had to tell them what we thought, you know, our strengths were, what our weaknesses are, what opportunities we thought we had, what things we thought were in our control, what things were out of our control. It was just a really good conversation. And then I gave them a list of stakeholders. So of course, like I said, you guys are on there. They will reach out to city council members. They'll reach out to some school board members, just different groups that we might partner with in the future or currently work with now. They had also sent after our meeting the project plan, so I printed that out for you guys too. That just shows you what their plans are each month and how long this project should take, and what the process looks like over the next few months. They are pushing out a little bit for us because they know we're going into our peak season, so we won't be able to be super hands-on working with them for a couple months in the summer. So our project is due to wrap up in about April 2027. Robin, do you have anything to add for the time that you were with them?
No, I thought that their questions were really thorough, and they were just trying to dig deep into how Martinsville like interacts with each other in the different departments, and in just our, like she said, the strengths, the weaknesses. I thought that was all really done well. And so once they talked to all of us, I was only there for an hour and a half just to meet them and stuff, which I met them earlier, before. But yeah, it was a good little meeting, and they stayed with them the rest of the day. So, did it show when they're planning on reaching out to us?
I think that's like the third step down when I looked at this. Yeah, the focus groups start between February and April sometime.
Okay. All right, let's move on to new business. We have the emergency care leave. Currently, we do not show that in our handbook. Ashley, would you like to kind of just summarize it a little bit?
Yeah, currently, of course, you guys know we have a park handbook, and the city of Martinsville just updated their handbook this year for the 2026 year. And as we were looking through it, we realized our park handbook does not have a short-term disability plan, an emergency care leave plan. So if something were to happen, an employee were need to utilize that, we currently don't have one in our current park handbook. So I printed off a copy of what the city's emergency care plan looks like. I guess we're just asking, well, I wanted you guys to review it to see if this is something you guys would like to put in place for park employees to use as well, or if you guys wanted to do something different, just what your thoughts were on it.
And we've all read through it, so. Is there any questions on that at all? Everybody understood it as we read it, right? Okay, I do believe we need a motion on it, though.
I'll make a motion to approve the emergency care leave as provided in the City of Martinsville handbook, with the exception of the line that says use of banked emergency care leave must be approved in advance by the mayor, changing that line to use of the banked emergency care leave must be approved in advance by the park board.
Okay, Michael makes the first motion,
A second?
and Rachel seconds. All in favor?
Aye. If y'all wouldn't mind giving me a second, I'm gonna have to type some of that up, so.
Okay, seeing that there's no public comments at this time, can I have a motion for adjournment, please?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Rachel makes the first motion,
I'll second.
Chuck seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Next meeting here, March 10th, 6 p.m. Have a good night, everyone.
Rachel, you made the motion.